Hello, and welcome to Taking the Reins. I'm your host, Diana Nord. Katie Geddes has a passion, and it is for horses. A biology major from Canton, Georgia, Katie is not only a member of the Georgia Tech Equestrian Club, she has also used her love and knowledge of horses to help out the Atlanta Police Department's Mounted Patrol. She has won many ribbons for riding excellence, but an even more impressive fact was that she was named an honorary member of the Atlanta Mounted Patrol. Let's find out more about Katie and how she has been able to take her passion and give back to her community. So Katie, where are you from?
I'm from Canton, Georgia. It's a small rural town about an hour north of here. And what I love about living out in the country is all the space to ride. I have 2 horses at home, and so it's really nice to be able to keep them out and have neighbors with horses as well. And it's very good community for what I do.
And tell us about your parents.
I'm an only child, so I'm very close with my parents. They love living out in Canton as well, and they're involved with the horses, and they do the everyday upkeep out on our little farm. So they're very loving, very wonderful parents.
What was it like growing up as an only child?
I don't think it was, what people kind of think of when they think of, like, only children. I don't think I was terribly spoiled, but I didn't mind being an only child. I never really, yearned for brothers or sisters, but I enjoyed it. I really liked the close relationship that I've had with my parents my whole life. I think I'm very lucky in that way.
What has been your biggest accomplishment so far in life?
Oh my goodness. I'd have to think about it. I think just being at the school and being successful, being involved in many different things, and having the close friendships that I've worked on for years, and the good relationship I have with my family. I just feel like I'm at a good place right now. So I don't have one particular huge accomplishment yet. It's coming soon, I know, but I just like where I am now.
Tell us about your interests outside of the classroom.
I'm very involved outside of the classroom. My main involvement, as you know now, is horseback riding, not just with the team, but at the barn that I've ridden at since I was a lot younger, and keeping up with my horses at home, and just, being involved in all of those different aspects of the way you can be involved in riding. I love riding with the APD. It's something that's really, really fun, and it's a really great way to give back to the community. I never thought I would be able to do a philanthropy related to horseback riding. It just never really crossed my mind, so I love that I'm able to help out the city of Atlanta in that way. It's been a wonderful surprise, And other than equestrian team, I work in a lab, which is really interesting. It's been a wonderful learning opportunity for my major, because I'm a science major. And I'm also in a sorority, which is wonderful, and I love the friendships I've made through that, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And, I love going out into the city. I love finding new restaurants. That's kind of a hobby of mine, finding those little hole-in-the-wall places that have delicious food. I'm all about that on the weekends, so I stay pretty busy.
Tell us about what you do with the APD, and specifically how you interact with horses.
Well, our duties at the APD involve grooming the horses, helping to take care of them, but mainly helping to train them and keeping them exercised. They have a schooling arena out at the farm, and we go out, pick out a horse from the pasture that we want to ride that day, and take it around and help them to stay balanced and stay in shape, because they don't get ridden regularly in a schooling environment. When they get used, it's to go out and do crowd control or to go patrol around the city. And so sometimes it's nice to be able to go and keep them in check, keep them really sharp in their training, because they don't have time to work with that aspect of it because they have so many duties to do day to day. So I think they appreciate that we can go out and help them keep the horses sharp, I guess would be a good way to put it. Mm-hmm. And so it's been really, really fun to be able to go out and help them. Sometimes they take us out into the city with them when we're not schooling the horses in their training. And so that kind of, and there's a whole new realm of, learning and how to deal with the horse out in the city and how to deal with people coming up to you and, how close can they get, where can they pet the horse, because a lot of times we get little kids running up to us and they could scare the horse. So just, you learn so many, other things about dealing with those huge animals when you take them out into an urban environment.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, let's see. I know I want to go to graduate school, so I'll probably still be in school 5 years from now. Seems so daunting now. But I think I'll definitely still be in school, still studying biology, unless plans change. I know riding has always been such a big part of my life. I know I'll still be doing it. Hopefully, maybe have my own barn by then. I'm not sure. We'll kind of see how things go, but yeah, that's all I know for now. My two big things.
What is your major here at Georgia Tech?
I'm a biology major here.
And how do you like the School of Biology?
I love it. I knew I wanted to study biology a while before I came to college, and I never changed my mind, and I feel very lucky that I've always known exactly what I wanted. And I know a lot of people change their majors and whatnot, but I've been pretty sure about it, and so I'm really glad that I actually have liked it this much, because I know it could have gone another way, but it's really hard, but it's very rewarding when I understand all the material and I'm able to use what I learn in the classroom in a research setting or working on various projects. So I've enjoyed it greatly.
Do you have a favorite professor in the School of Biology?
I wouldn't say I have one favorite. I think every biology professor I've had within the department has been wonderful, and I have no complaints. I've learned so much from them. I feel very lucky to have been given the opportunity to interact with such accomplished faculty members.
Tell us a little bit more about your research and what you do specifically in your lab.
Okay, I work in the lab of Dr. Joseph Montoya, and we do chemical oceanography. In the summer, I might be able to go out and actually help them collect samples from the ocean out in the Gulf of Mexico, so that's been a really exciting thing to be planning for. So I'm really glad to be able to see what their work is actually in action, because right now I process samples from previous expeditions. So I'm really excited to be able to actually go out and help them collect all of this material that I'm used to just processing on campus. So,
do you have an interest in oceanography? How do you like oceanography?
I like it. I don't know if it's what I want to do in my further studies, but I think it's been a really good learning opportunity so far, and just learning how to be in a lab setting and interact with everyone in your research group has been very rewarding. And I also worked in a different lab in the School of Biology, and I think as many places as you can pick up those experiences, learning experiences, the better off you'll be when you're applying for school later, and when you're trying to figure out exactly what you want to do in research later on. Since I think I want to stay in academia, I've really tried to reach out and learn a bunch of different applications of what I learned in the classroom.
How do you balance researching in a lab and still ride along with schoolwork? Tell us about how you
It's hard. I really fit in a ton of activities into a single day, and sometimes I don't get a lot of sleep, but I think scheduling, being really organized, using a calendar, scribbling Post-its, all of those little things I do every day to kind of remind myself of everything that I have to get done, because, everyone here is stressed out. Everyone has a lot of things to do. So I think it's just learning how to cope with all of your, commitments and just putting it all together and getting everything done. And if something slips, not freaking out about it, just picking up and moving on and keeping a level head. I think not letting yourself be overly stressed and taking those opportunities to kind of relieve your stress, however you do that, I think that's very important. and it's a good way to keep your drive up and stay motivated to accomplish all of those things every day.
What do you like to do outside of school, writing, research? Tell us what you do in your free time.
I love to be with my friends, watching movies, going out to eat together, all of those things. I'm very lucky that I've had friends to really support me through all of these things that I have to get done every day, you know. And I think just chatting, taking a afternoon to go get frozen yogurt, or just those little things that kind of keep your life in check and keep your life balanced. I think it's important to really focus on doing those things as well as getting everything done. Stay sane.
When you were looking at colleges, what made you decide to come to Georgia Tech?
I actually was torn between Georgia Tech and UGA, which sounds so silly now. But I actually put in a housing deposit at UGA, and I was like ready to go. I had a roommate picked out, and I literally changed my mind like a day, 2 days before the deadline. So I don't know, something just snapped and I changed my mind at the last minute. And I was really thinking about the return on investment here. I think as an in-state student, the tuition is, you know, so affordable, especially with Hope. And I was looking at the figures for salary post-graduation, and here it's so much higher than UGA. It just seemed a lot more practical. And I like ecology a lot, and I was going to do the School of Ecology at UGA, and I really liked the breadth of the School of Biology here, just because if I changed my mind and like if I didn't want to go to graduate school, I knew I could still get a job just with a BS in biology from Georgia Tech, and I wasn't sure about that in the other school.
Are you happy with your decision to come to Georgia Tech?
I am so happy. Like, I'm so surprised about how much I've enjoyed it. I don't think I expected to get this much out of it. So it's been a wonderful experience. Still being able to ride so often in so many places, and all the friendships here and everything I've learned in my degree program, I have no complaints.
Has there been a class that's challenged you a lot?
Oh gosh, I would say organic chemistry. I had to take 4 semesters of chemistry and then a 5th of a lab, and that was probably the most challenging. One of those classes I just kind of had to get through.
Yeah. What is your favorite part about Georgia Tech?
I love being able to be inspired by everyone here. I think everyone is so motivated and so driven, and if you ask anyone what they want to do, they can tell you exactly, and it's something astounding. And I think it's just so amazing to be surrounded by that sort of community, and I think it kind of keeps me motivated and driven as well. And just bouncing ideas off other people and being able to relate to one another about, you know, our big ideals for what we want to do later in life. And also just being able to walk to class and seeing familiar faces. I feel like I can never walk from one place to another without seeing a handful of, you know, friends along the way, and that's always really encouraging throughout the day as well.
Do you live on campus?
I do live on campus.
Tell us about where you live.
I live in North Avenue North, and I live in a community for my sorority, and so it's been really nice to be able to have kind of the community of living on campus and my sisterhood together in one place. It's really, really cool, I think. And so I have a hall of my sorority sisters, and that's been so much fun just to be able to knock on a friend's door, and you know, I know everyone around me, and it's been very supportive.
What impact has Georgia Tech housing had on you?
I think it's a positive impact. I think it's really helpful to live on campus, especially in your first year. I think I made some really amazing friendships just from my freshman hall that I still have today. And I know I wouldn't have been that close with those girls if I hadn't have lived in Georgia Tech housing. And I think also living in the honors program dorm my first year was really helpful because I had a lot of classes with people just in my building. And so that was really nice to be able to, you know, go next door and knock on a friend's door, get help with homework or etc. Just since we were all in those same honors core classes. That was really good.
So you're in the honors program here at Georgia Tech.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
I really like it a lot. I've taken a couple of special topics classes and a few core classes with the program as well. And we have wonderful directors that really work really hard to give us a really great experience with the honors program. I love being able to take classes that aren't science related, kind of out of the box classes that I wouldn't have been able to take otherwise. We have some really interesting kind of obscure classes that we get to kind of get a feel for. Mm-hmm. And so just learning all these subjects that I really didn't expect to delve into has been a really wonderful experience.
Tell us about your ideal job outside of school.
I think I want to teach. I want to be a professor. I know it sounds really far off right now just because I'd have to stay in school for so long. But I think I love being in a university setting so much. I can't really imagine going into industry afterwards. I think I may if I don't finish grad school, but I think that's what I want to do for now. I think. I know it could still change. I'm young, but I think I would like that a lot.
Have the professors here at Georgia Tech influenced that decision at all?
Oh, definitely. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I liked science. I knew I liked biology. But I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. And it's been interesting because a lot of people in biology are pre-health. And I was never pre-health. It never even crossed my mind. And so coming here and being surrounded by a group of pre-med peers really took me off guard. And I thought people would just like biology for the sake of it, but that hasn't really been true. But I think I would really like to stay and study it more and teach biology classes.
I totally agree, because every time you say you're biology, people say, "Oh, are you
pre-med?" No.
Yeah.
People just assume you're pre-med with bio. But
exactly, because most people are.
I know.
Tell us what it's like being a woman at Georgia Tech.
Oh goodness. Sometimes I don't really notice the gender ratio here just because the School of Biology is actually 70% women undergrads, which is really, really strange compared to the rest of the school. And so my classes have more girls than guys. And so, at least in class, I don't really notice it as much. I think it's more so outside of the classroom or on campus. I notice it a lot more, but I don't feel discriminated against. I don't feel like my professors hold it against me. I'm proud to kind of help the ratio come along, and I'm really proud of the school that the ratio has been increasing every year. I know a lot of efforts have been going underway in the Office of Undergraduate Admission, and I think it's just incredible that we have so many powerful young women coming here every year, and that number is increasing every year. I'm really, really proud of the effort that they've put into that. And I think it's very nurturing. The Women's Resource Center and all of the employees here on campus that have been placed for our benefit. I'm very thankful for all of those resources, just to know that they're looking out for us.
If you see Katie Geddes walking around campus, you would never think she spends her time making a 1,000-pound animal do whatever she commands it to do. Her passion for the sport is impressive, especially because she has been able to use it for the good of her community. In part 2 of our interview, we will find out more about where the roots of this passion came from, as well as what her role in the Georgia Tech Equestrian Club is all about. Until then, I'm Diana Nord. Thank you for watching Taking the Reins.